So today we're going to talk about chronological versus functional resumes. So you may not have heard of any of these topics before, and that is totally fine. We're going to give you the basic information you need to decide how you can best tailor your resume and figure out if a chronological format or a functional format works better for you. So what are we talking about? What is a chronological resume? What is a functional resume? So the basic difference is that in a chronological resume, everything on your resume is in reverse chronological order. In a functional resume, you still use reverse chronological order within each section. So I'll explain what this looks like in a bit. So in chronological resumes, you tend to see more traditional categories like relevant experience, work experience, volunteer experience. In functional resumes, you tend to see the resume structured into functional areas like public relations experience instead of just listing relevant experience. So I'm not going to spend a ton of time on chronological resumes because they are so common. You can check out a lot of videos about them. The pros are it's incredibly common, so many people are familiar with it. It's fairly easy to organize because it's all going to be reverse chronological order. And it's really great if your most recent experiences that you're doing are your most relevant experiences to the job that you're applying to. Because if we remember, we're trying to make sure as we function and structure our resume that everything that's important is right at the top. Some of us don't necessarily have that experience though. So functional resumes are a unique opportunity or way that you can structure your resume so that the most relevant things are at the top of your resume, even if they're not the most recent. There are a couple of pros and benefits to doing this. First, your resume is going to be incredibly tailored to the specific job and job description that you're applying to because you're pulling out the functional areas that are relevant for that particular job. It's very helpful if your most relevant experiences are not your most recent experiences. So that tends to be why we would do this. So as an example, let's say that after 10 years of doing career coaching, I decide that I want to move back into working in diversity centers. I would want to use a functional resume to highlight my previous work in diversity centers before I talk about my current experiences, which are still relevant, but I'm really trying to get back into that particular field. That's why you would use this. So in this case, you can see this person has read through a job description and realized that public relations experience and sales experience are most relevant for this job. If they weren't using a functional resume, their experience in their public relations internship would be a little buried. It would be a little harder to see that they have substantive experiences in public relations. So that's really the benefit. If you want more help or more tips when it comes to converting your resume to a functional format, I encourage you visit your coordinator, talk to a career coach. We can absolutely help you in reconfiguring your resume so that it's most beneficial for you.